Hello students, welcome to engineering assignments. In the last video, we were discussing about the certain services provided by the operating system. In this video, we'll be discussing about the system calls, the types of system call, and why they are used for. Before we discuss about the system calls in detail, there are two important points we need to know about, which is the two modes of operation in which a program can execute. That is a kernel mode as well as the user mode. So let us try to understand what is this kernel mode and what is this user mode. When a program executes in the user mode, it doesn't have any direct access to the memory or hardware and such resources. But when a program executes in the kernel mode, then it is in privilege mode and program has direct access to the memory, hardware and such resources. But the problem is that when a program executing in the kernel mode crashes during its execution, then the entire operating system or the computer system will be crashed or will come to a halt. Even though the program has no direct access to the memory address and the hardware, etc., if the program crashes here in the user mode, it will not affect the operating system. So the entire system will not come to halt or crash. So, for safety of the operating system or the computer system, most of the program prefer to execute in the user mode. Now, when a program executes in the user mode, it may need access to the memory, hardware, and so on. So, when a program needs access to the resources, the program makes a call to the OS telling that it needs access to certain resources. So, it makes a call which is called as system call. When it makes a system call, the program is switched from the user mode to kernel mode so that it can use those resources. Now, when a switching happens from the user mode to the kernel mode and back from kernel mode to the user mode is called as context switching. So as we said before, the system calls provides an interface to the services made available by the operating system. A system call is a mechanism that provides an interface between the process and the operating system. So it is a programmatic method in which a computer program requests services from the kernel of the operating system. System call offers the services to the operating system to the user program via an API, that is application programming interface. So the system calls are the only entry point to the kernel system. System calls are generally available as the assembly languages, but these calls are generally available as the routines written in C and C++, that is high level language, which allows the system call to be made directly. So this way we can define a system call. Now see this figure. With the help of this figure, I will explain how the OS handles the user application evoking open system call. Here you can see that a user application is being executed. When it is executing, you can see that it's executing in the user mode. And while executing in the user mode, an open system call comes. Might be for opening a file. Now at this time, the control will switch from user mode to kernel mode. Okay. So whenever it reaches from user mode to kernel mode, the kernel will take over and perform the requested action. So here the open system call is being implemented, and after the implementation of open system call, the control will return back to the user mode. So this is how the user process asks help for the OS service. So in more detail, let us discuss how does the system call works. Okay. In the first step, the processor is executed in the user mode till the time a system call interrupts it. So you can see here the user process is executing and gets a system call. So after the system call is being executed in the kernel mode on a priority basis, once the system call execution is over, the control returns to the user mode. The execution of the user process is resumed in the kernel mode. Next is, why do we need system call in OS? First thing is that reading and writing from the files demand system calls. If a file system want to create or delete files, the system calls are required. The system calls are used for creation and management of new processes. The network connection needs system call for sending and receiving packets. Next is access to the hardware devices like scanner, printer needs a system call. That is, the process wants any services from the OS, then it needs a system call. Now let us discuss the types of system call. The system call is basically categorized into five, that is process control system calls, file management system calls, device management system calls, information maintenance system calls, and communication system calls. So let us see what all are these. So first one is process control. In process control, the system calls performs the task of process creation, process termination, etc. The major functions are end and abort the process. So we know that there are many processes running in a system. Therefore, there's a requirement to control the process. If the process is running, then it has to run and it has to terminate or halt either normally or abnormally. With normally, I mean that the process should come to an end when it completes its execution. Otherwise, it may be terminated. That is when the error occurs during the execution of the process. So when an error occurs during execution of the process must be halted or aborted. This is halting abnormally. Next is load and execute the process, create process and terminate the process. Next one, wait and signed event. In wait, the process will wait for a period of time to execute. Next is allocate and free memory. That is, when a process need to be executed, it needs memory. So the process need to allocate the memory, and when it finish execution, it should deallocate the memory. So the process control in Windows is provided by the system calls like create process system call, exit process system call, wait for single object system call. And in Unix, we have fork system call, which is used for creating a child process, exit system call, and wait system call. Next is file management. File management system calls handles the file manipulation jobs like creating the files, reading and writing, etc. So that is used for manipulating or managing the file. In file management, the major functions are create a file, delete a file, open and close a file, read, write and repositioning, get and set file attributes. So the major system calls used for file manipulation in Windows are create file system call, read file system call, write file system call, close handle system call. And in Unix, we have open system call, read system call, write system call, close system call. Next is device management. Device management does the job of the device manipulation like reading from the device buffer, writing into the device buffer, etc. So the major functions are request and release the device. That is, when the process needs certain devices at a time, there comes the need to request for the device. After the process finishes using the device, it has to be released. That is meant by release device. Next is logically attach or detach the device. Physically attaching means you are directly attaching a device to your computer system. That is, when you plug in a pen drive into the system, you are manually attaching the device. But logically attaching or detaching means that the device has been attached to your system. After that, it has been ejected. For example, see this. The pen drive is already attached to your system, but it has to be removed. It's removed by right clicking on the icon. Thereafter, you double click on the eject. You see that the pen drive is removed from your system even though it is physically attached to your computer system. Next is get and set device attributes. Now there are some device manipulation system calls. They are set console mode system call, read console system call, write console. Next in Unix we have IOCTL system call, read system call, write system call. Next is information maintenance. All the information that we have about the system must be maintained and updated. For example, the date and time in your system should be maintained and as well as updated. So information maintenance, it handles information and it transfers between the OS and user program. So main functions are it gets or set time and date, get process and device attribute. So for information maintenance in Windows, get current process ID system call, set timer system call, sleep system call. Next in Unix, get PID system call, alarm system call, and sleep system call. Next is communication. This is basically used for communication between different processes or different devices. There are system calls which are specifically used for inter-process communication. So main function is to create and delete communication connection. That is, whenever two processes need to communicate with each other, there's a need for creation of connection and also delete the connection after the communication is over. Next is send and receive the message, help OS to transfer status information, attach and detach the remote devices. So major system calls used in communication in Windows are create pipe system call, create file mapping system call, map view of file system calls. And in Unix, there are pipe system call, SHM underscore open system call, mmap system call. In addition to all the five system calls, there are one more type of system call which is used for protection. That is, in Windows, set file security system call, initialize security descriptor system call, set security descriptor group system call. In Unix, chmod system call, umask system call, chown system call. So students, in this video, we have learned about the system calls, the functions of the system calls, and types of the system call. So thank you students. Thank you for watching my video.